Okay, oops, here we are. Where are we? Right. IS. We're doing IS at the moment? Yes, I think we are. Yep, that'll do. Let's go into that one. Everybody up the back hear me? That's right. I've got to have one of these with me. They are so disconcerting. Blown all the time, I presume. That's normal. Well, by way of introduction to myself, my name is Jeff Holt. I am an associate lecturer here. I normally teach things like programming languages and a bit of hardware sort of courses and basic database stuff over the years, information systems and things like that. Languages, I know about half a dozen languages really well. People who were with me last semester would agree that I think I know Python reasonably okay, C, C++, a little bit of Java, I'm not big on the Java Fortran. Those sorts of things I've sort of done for 20, 30 years. Spent quite a lot of my youth, early time in industry, worked in industry in various places, Commonwealth, private enterprise, things like that. Come to the wonders of academia much later in life, which I've enjoyed immensely. So this semester I'm teaching two courses. This one, Information Systems and Professional Environment, which is more of a conduct of things to do with professionalism, communication, psychometrics, psychotesting and all these sorts of things. I don't know what anything to do with it. Evidently years of being in private enterprise sort of gives you, and public service gives you some sort of release into that area. Everybody seen the timetable we're running to? Got that? Today's a lecture, no tutorials / labs. I think they call it labs here, I think this is labs, isn't it? What do they call it in this course? Labs or tutorials? We're in BG 11, the labs are in BG 115, 114 and 116. I can't remember which way they are. However, that hasn't changed. Now the labs, have you all seen the new labs? Yeah. Yeah, it's the numbers have changed, they're quite nice. They've got all the nice little seating arrangements and all that. 30 per lab, and there's a lot more of them. They threw me out of my office and a few other people out of their offices. We converted that and they converted those to labs. So that's good. We've got some nice lab areas there. Hopefully that will be quite conducive to the learning of these So that's where our labs are. There's 3 of them, I believe. We'll be going through some of the labs stuff next week, of course. But this week we're just doing really introduction parts of it. I have to go back here. I'll get a dongle so I can stay closer to you and do the clicks from out there. But today I haven't got one with me. It gave up the ghost, I found out. Okay, just a broad subject description. Systems and their development, their life cycle, the broad area of what it contains, some case studies and minor case studies we'll look at. Just so we can illustrate what we're talking about. And students, of course, will have via the labs, let's just call them labs. I think some places don't like tutorials, let's call them just labs. You do a lot of tutorial stuff in those labs actually. You won't be doing that much programming at all. The tool we're using is MS Access, by the way. So you'll be building up your case studies or the situation scenarios using MS Access. So that will be the small information system development that we'll go through. Once more, any questions you have, just indicate. I'm not averse to answering questions at all. Sorry about turning around and going back. If I had the dongle, I wouldn't have to do that. That's me, that's where I am. Consultation time, Wednesday 12 to 2. But really, if I'm in my office, I'm fair game. I've never tossed anybody out. If you just hop a quick question, that's fine. That's fine. But remember, a peak house, you might have to wait a little bit, but normally speaking, there I am. TC312, which is the 3rd floor, room 312. I'll be out doing a lot of tube stove / labs this semester. So it's about 2, 4, 6, about 14 hours I think I've got last contact. So if I'm not there, I'm not having my 10th coffee for the day. I'm actually at working. Email is there. Those who know me, that's who email me. We've got a lab demonstrator, Lachlan. He will help during some of the labs that we have there. Okay. 2 lectures. That's right now. Commencing the first week, the labs commence next week, Tuesday, right now, and 12 o'clock to 1 o'clock, we finish 1 o'clock. Lab commencing week 2. Everybody selected a session. There's about 8 or 9 unallocated. I didn't check 10 minutes ago, but I checked about an hour ago, an hour and a half. What we mean by unallocated is that your name is in the system, you've enrolled for it. I don't know what the application that you look at looks like, but I know what I look like. It says that there's about 12 people there. I don't know their names at all. I don't even know their names. Just make sure you select one of the available tutorials to go into. Okay? So do that via the system that you have access to. I don't even know what it looks like in my end. But make sure. Everybody here at least have put themselves into a tutorial. Okay, we'll do the nods. No one's putting the hands up anymore. Okay, nods will do. If I ask anybody hasn't yet, it'll be stone silent, so I won't ask that. But if you haven't, please sort of just get going. There is a reason. There is a reason. These places are limited. It doesn't mean that you won't. It means that you won't get, probably, if you leave the very last instance, the selection that you look at, that you want to do. That's where the issue is. There will be room in some other lab, for sure, but you may not be what you want for whatever reason. So, earth there, please. Now, are they right? I think they are. Apologies, they changed over the weekend. Some of them did. They had to change because there are clashes going on. I think they're stable. I'm not too sure that that's exactly the right ones at the moment. Thursday. Yeah, one of these changed time over the past weekend. I'm pretty sure that's right. Tuesday 2, Wednesday 10, Thursday 4 to 6. Yeah, that looks right. So Thursday 4 to 6, that used to be some other time. It actually clashed with the lecture I was giving, so it's my fault if you want to get upset about it. There's a textbook. Rosenblatt, HJ, System Analysis and Design. There is a reference book there too, and both from the 3-hour loan section of the library. I haven't checked that personally. I'll go across there in a couple of days and this week make sure that it is really there. We tend to, once it's put in there, it tends to stay there. However, I'll just make sure there's some there if you want to look at it. Most people just download what they want off the web this day and age. A textbook. Well, how much does a textbook cost these days? I haven't bought one for a while. It's pretty bad, isn't it? $80, $60, $120, about 100. Yeah, about 100. That's a lot of money. Okay, that's really why we try to get most of what you need up there. We've got electronic things. That's one of the reasons. But it's always good to get a different opinion, a different viewpoint, a different aspect on it. So don't be scared to use a textbook, please. It can be very beneficial. Okay, LMS, of course, this contains the announcements, the lecture notes. Oh, lecture notes and tutorial notes. My habit has been this: give the lecture, and then I'll put it up that evening or maybe next morning. If I put it up before, I find that I might not get anybody. They say, it's up right there. But the point is that this is the one place, if you have a question, you can ask. I'm not that old and horrible, sure, you can ask me and I can tell you. Whereas when you look at a flat two-dimensional repository of knowledge called a PowerPoint or something, it doesn't mean much, does it? You sort of then attempted to memorise it just in case something related to it happens to come up in the exam. It's the worst way to learn. The worst way to learn. In fact, it's probably not even defined as learning. So think in those terms. Come along, I try not to be boring. I'll try to keep moving and keep things rolling along. If you think I'm getting a bit boring, please tell me early in the piece and I'll change. So lecture notes, tutorials, assignments will be coming out, of course, on LMS and handouts. There's some sample examination questions we'll start releasing about halfway through. And there are, of course, other resources there. So LMS is a good place to go to find things. This is the assessment generally. Assignment 1, 20% of the final mark. It's Monday of week 8 that it's due on. The handout date, of course, will be much before the Monday. Assignment 2 is week 12, Monday of week 12. The percentages are there, 2020. There are a couple of quizzes that gets us thinking about details, information, facts, things like that. Makes you improve. All right, we've scheduled them for week 4 and week 10, and the examination is 60%. And of course, the due date, we don't know until the exam timetable comes out. It's just a matter of the exam timetable, and we'll tell you when and where. There is a hurdle. You must accumulate 50% overall forms of graded assessment. That's overall forms. But you must achieve at least 50% in the examination. Any questions on that before we debate this? You want to debate at this stage, hopefully not. This is the way that most subjects are done. Most subjects are like that. Lecturers, people lecturing, do have a little bit of flex room. In other words, if you get for assignment 120, you get 20, you get full marks for that. It's marked at 100, but it's 20 out of 20, and full marks for that is 40. and you get 10 marks for the examination, 10 out of the 60, whatever the exam comes to, I think it's 150 marks, but anyway, we're at the 10. Probably the lecturer can't pump you up. Even though you got 50, it's got to be a little bit more than that. Okay? So that you can at least get a sub or something like that. Okay, so achieving this 50% in the examination. Let's make that an aim, please. And of course, the website to get my questions answered. I'm writing this from the point of view of you, and it's got, of course, all types of information. Everybody not aware of those sorts of things. First semester we go through this pretty heavily, if you can remember. When I was doing Python there, we went through what was available there reasonably extensively. Spent a couple of minutes at least on it. And any questions? Reflection? Time? Any questions? Most people say, yeah, just get on with it. Okay. If there are during the period, please come and see me, /1/2, ask. Okay. Don't know what all that is. No. Sorry about that, it just won't seem to go. Normally F5 does the trick. That's what we're running to at the moment. There's my consultation time. It's on Wednesday, 12 to 2. Quick question for you guys. What are you all doing between 12 and 2 on Wednesday? Now, I don't want to know the details, broad picture. Does it clash with another subject? Pretty much okay? It's not a Friday. I think of people never come in Fridays. It's not a Monday. So Wednesday's pretty okay. You at least have not got another subject going in, like another lab or another lecture. Wednesday from 12 o'clock to 2 o'clock. This is a consultation. Perhaps I should have had a totally different colour. Can you follow it? That's a consultation there. That's my room number. Okay? And that is on a Wednesday and starts at 12 and finishes at 2. In other words, I'm sitting in my office waiting. Come and knock on the door, bang, you're in. But does it clash with another one of the labs in here? Couple? Most people okay? I can't avoid everyone. Well, for those people that aren't, I'll be certainly available for you at other times. When these labs were changed, how did you get to know about the changes? Were you sent emails or something? There was a lab on Tuesday morning, which I think went from 9 o'clock to 11, I think it was, in the morning there. That got moved across to Thursday. How did you know that happened? Did anybody tell you? Emailed you?
Can you tell us?
I sort of was backing it up, yes, but I'm sure the University Timetabling Department should have contacted you. I just wanted to know from the horse's mouth if they did that. If not, I don't know what their procedures are for changing things around. I just don't know. Okay. Okay, first lecture. There's about 36, 38 slides. Most of them don't have much on, they're just pointers. Do you want to have a break right on the time, or should we go through about 20 past and past? Go straight through and sort of finish that a little bit early. Of course, if you have a personal desire to go to a convenience or get a drink of water or something like that, that's fine. It's quite, do that. I don't care if you move around, just do it casually and quietly. If you start dancing in the centre, I'll feel a little worried. Okay, but other than that, just an overview of the information systems. So what's a system? Very complex things. Some are very simple. Some are very hidden. Some you can't see at all. Good electronic software system is the internet, isn't it? So I know we've got those up there that define it, but I'm going to be talking about examples down the front. You can read that. I'm not going to stand here and read that. I can. I know it by heart. People that know me, it's what I'm normally trying to do. Give an example. So what's the system components, if you like, of the internet? Can we sort of broadly categorise them? God, understand. Would a computer be one of them? Would have been 20 years ago. Now it would be just about any device that is able to work over the internet, wireless connectivity, all those sort of things. So, systems change. There is a definition there, but systems change. So it's changed from having to have a wire plate in the back that lives on the LAN, which lives on a WAN, a MAN which lives on a WAN, and there's all these connectivities in between. We've got a few microwave links, we've got TCP/IP protocol stack in the back that's converting everything into network-oriented packets that are sending it out as fast as it can, and there's an internet protocol running there. All of those things are just rambled through briefly, just to say, well, gee, there's lots of hardware there, there's lots of software there, all different sorts of things. The software that I've mentioned is really carrying things. Your data is just being carried by it. So it's a group of things we set up there, just the internet, and it's got a set of procedures that's called protocols, particularly protocols, which are procedures, set procedures that everyone must handshake on and agree with, otherwise the whole system falls down. So it's got a set of procedures, and it's got has to have a set of all those interrelated components. Some of them hardware, a human, well, not necessarily human. You can have what they call a robot, can't you? That's a program that's, you think is a human, but it ain't. Okay? So that's the sort of thing from my background anyway that instantly comes to the point. What is a system? And it consists, generally speaking, of quite disparate different things. But what are some of the things that's very, I won't labour this too much, but I want to get the idea before we start going through the slides. What's one of the big concepts that we need to be, but is involved with systems? Have a think about it. I won't point them, I don't do that. It makes people feel uncomfortable, doesn't it? Somehow or other they're connected. Hey, you've all seen the song, Get Connected. What does that really mean? Okay, so there's some sort of connectivity between humans, between the computer, typically speaking, it's, a thumbprint for your login, your eye for some sort of security measures, whatever. Keyboard is very popular, mouse, so there's some sort of interface. So connected typically means there's something that changes it from one type of physical, logical entity into another. That's what connection really is. It's this idea that you can get something to influence another object or another thing. Perhaps influence is not the right word, but it's along that dimension anyway. So systems now, they're a group of things that do form a whole, the internet, set of procedures, I use protocols for that example, and there's a lot of interrelated interfacing going on between physical, logical, and all this. And all of this is managed by you people. It's nice, it's wonderful. So let's move on. So we've got some examples there. I made a purpose not to talk about it. There's one, the solar system. It's got rules, gravity, it spins around, and there's all sorts of hypotheses about, the order and the sequencing of planets, and, eclipses, etc., etc. And there's typically a factory, man-made things, they're very good. And of course there's sort of e-commerce along the lines of a network evolved. We're sort of more used to recognising those sorts of things. So they're the sort of examples we have. Now, of course, there isn't, if you look at any one of those, let's take, for example, the factory, immediately, what's in a factory? Okay, it's a style of producing things very efficiently. Things could be cut. It's up there, cars, isn't it? Yeah, cars. Very efficient. It could be white goods, it could be anything. But what does that mean, particularly to our profession? What does that mean? Produces things. Are there other things that are very visible there? Sensors, networks, robotic arms. I don't think so. Can you see the robotic arms? The distribution of the spare parts, not spare parts, but the parts that go to make up the car. As we've seen from big factories or massive factories or whatever the factory's program is on TV late at night, how they make these wonderful things work and hum and sizzle away with very few people there. Very much automated. If you start to get automated, we start to get to have systems that can make decisions. Well, I've got the right sort of sensors around. Okay, so it is, there's a lot of hidden things in these, a lot of hidden, particularly in that one there. Okay, so let's look at the formal parts of it. There's structure and order. There are procedures / protocols required and needed to produce specific results. They're often joined. Remember I was talking about interfacing? Spent 10 minutes trying not to use the word join. When you know what's coming up, it's pretty difficult. So, some sort of interfacing from one thing to another thing is quite, is very necessary. And like anything at all, there is an input and there is an output. If you think of any production thing, including ideas, including things that are quite simple, there is something that triggers there's an input that says, oh yeah, I know how to solve that now. There's some piece of knowledge you wanted, for example, bang, got it, and the output is write down the solution. Okay, so there's always an input, some work going on, we'll call it process, and there's always some useful, maybe useful sometimes, this could be enjoyable, but there is an output. So, they're the system characteristics, largely speaking. Okay, if you want to use protocols instead of procedures, that's sort of fine, but procedure is the better word. There's structure and order, that's pretty straightforward, I think. So, and they're joined together, they're interfaced together harmoniously, hopefully. Okay. So what's an information system? You know what a system is? It's largely physical, but it contains a lot of things. And one of the things it does contain is an information system. Did I mention sensors? So it needs to know whether the car is there, whether it starts strapping on the wheel or the engine mounting or whatever it is. So something tells us it's there. So an information is a system where information processing is the centre of the system. Is it there? Yes, it is. Now we've got to get the robotic arm to do all sorts of weird things and start building it up. That's the sort of thing, which information. What's driving the robotic arm? It's the information system. Plus the sensors, of course, as it adapts to exactly where it is in space. It's got to know where it is in space. So, largely, most of these are computerised systems, not necessarily. Yes, ma'am?
Can we turn off the lights?
Turn off the
lights.
Everyone wants to light up? I'm sure I can. Yep, that's not a problem. It might go totally dark, I'm not too sure.
Beautiful, thank you.
That the right one? Everyone happy? I know the hidden trick. I know. Okay, where was I? Computer system supports provision of timely, accurate, concise data to individuals who make sense of the data to produce information which facilitates better decision making. Sorry, I'm reading this, but it's quite good. Meets the requirements, provides information for external bodies. When do these things fail? Or do they fail? Is it if or a when? No, anybody want to make a, can I get class participation by virtue of having a vote? Do this sort of systems ever fail? Yes or no? Yes. Yes, they do fail. And what's the most aggro part about it? Without, using really heavy hot language. Well, I can think of a couple. It gives you the wrong information. It simply is out of date. Run into that anywhere? I want to order my wheelbarrow from Bunnings over or out of Target over the system that it provides, and it says yeah, all they go, takes me money off my account, and I've been paid, boom. 2 weeks later, where's the wheelbarrow? Oh, where's it? Or something else happened. Okay? Normally that doesn't happen, and I shouldn't mention money, but it wasn't there or Target. However, those sort of things do fail, they fail quite often. So it comes back to what we're talking about, the importance of accurate, the importance of timing. Those things, those words, even though we can rattle them all off, are very important, extremely important. Does a decision-making program, let's just call it a program, does that actually make a decision? Do you think it makes a decision? Yes? Or no? The no part. No, that's right. People think they're decision making, therefore they make the decision. No, human makes the decision. Just watch air pressure investigation every now and again. Look what happens when the machine makes the decision. Look at the 737 disaster. There are a litany of these things, and unfortunately there's a lot of dead people. So our profession is in that area of the world. We'll get a computer to fix the relocation of those bigger motors because it doesn't have quite the right height of undercarriage there, and we'll just put it further up there. Uh-oh, there's a tendency to do that. We'll get a computer to fix that. And look what happened. Thousands of flights a year those things done. That 737 MAX. Thousands of flights. Millions of people at the moon. On two occasions, disaster, and on half a dozen other occasions, very good pilots only saved the day. Okay, so there is always a serious part to this, always a serious part. So those sort of decision-making things, or things like, what do they call them at the time? George, isn't it? Is that right? George, I think they call it George when he used to live around the Air Force Days. Put George on or whatever it was. Yes, but when they start making all these decisions, you know, things can get very, very wrong, and it can be very, very fatal in its results sometimes. Lots of care there, support systems. So, information system, the components, I think we've sort of rattled through them, or I have anyway, let the cat out of the bag. People are a very important part of it. In fact, that's what it's all about. If you wanted to put something at the centre, there's people. Everything else is providing a service to the people, if you put it in those sorts of terms. The hardware is giving you access to another website, another data information. The software is enabling that to get there without any problems, and the packets get back, and there's a nice new web page. The processes, the HTML protocols, the internet protocol, all those sorts of things, PPCIP, all those sorts of things. And of course, the data that at the other end is made up. Now, we've all done some programming languages, have we? Python for quite a number of people here. Java. Who the Java devoted? Lovely. C, C++, Fortran, anything else like that. COBOL. COBOL still? That's all right. Okay. One thing in all those languages, if you had a byte, one byte, and you had it with zeros, because there's only binary, zeros and ones in there, and if you tell the machine to interpret that as a character and put a capital A on the screen, the number in there, if you're going to do your 2s by 2s, you know, would be 65. Okay, so that's the number there. If, in fact, you said, no, don't put it up there as a character, just put it up there as a number on the screen, you have 65. So, of course, what I'm trying to explain to you is it depends upon what it's defined to be. Python, we don't see a lot of this. It assumes that its first implementation, first use. In most of the languages, you declare it to be of type int, or of type float. In other words, it's 3.37986, whatever pi is these days. And it's a type character, char, char. So that itself, that declaration itself, means that when it runs across that byte and it has the number, 5 would be 101, something like that, whatever it makes it, 65 in binary, it interprets either capital A or as 65. So it's got a type. So data itself is very important in what it does to represent. My little, right, so example here says, but very important when you're programming, what type is this of? And of course we haven't got to whether it's going to be a long or a long int or what it is, or how many bytes make up that number and all the rest of it. Not going there, just saying that data itself, it's very important what has been termed or what has been defined to be. So we have the data there, largely O's and 1s, that's how we represent it all, but the meaning of data, that's what we're talking about, just is important. The software that puts meaning, that allows this to have meaning, and the hardware which stores a lot of that, and of which then the software sits on top of and helps make meaning out of it. The people there, of course, might well be from the hardware. It does include the VDU, the screen, things like that, so that you've got a vision of this. And that's the nice part about it. Okay, so that's the components, the broad components. So let's go through them, the people, those who interact with them. I think we've slaved away enough on that. The hardware, larger computer systems, storage networks, in which the information system is installed. The physical layer of the information system. The software, set of computer programs that control the hardware, implementing the defined processes, manipulating the data. Software itself is of many types. You have software which is to do with the networking of it, sockets, RPCs, all these sorts of protocols, enabling information to go from this physical machine to that physical machine over the network. So every time you use your web page down, it's intimately concerned with TCP/IP and all those other sorts of programs, which are providing the service to bring that material to you. So the software itself is broken up. That sort of software that's providing the service. The other sort of software, of course, is your applications that requires information to perhaps run or to show you something or to make a decision or send a form off. So those applications then are at the personal level, which are interfacing through the networking type of protocols to get to that right place out there. Okay, after software, of course, comes the processes. Yes, here we've sort of moved away from... Is that noise out there? The noise from out there? It's rather difficult to keep focused at times. Okay, so the processes. In computer systems, of course, processes are those, what we've described up there. An order, a docket is filled out, a system is part of the system is to talk to a customer, then it's decentralised, you verify the credits, you look up other databases, you consolidate information, and then you complete the sales order, speaking. So a sales order up there for the business model, you check the customer status, has they got money, how does it get in there, with all that sort of stuff. Are they in fact a customer or a client? And you verify have you got what they want? Have they got what you want from them? You want money, they want the product. And it's a mutual transaction of quite, agreeable concerns. So you enter a customer order data and you complete the sales order and that. So that's, a typical sort of a process. There are many other sorts of processes, but that's a nice one to start off with. Data, I don't think we can put it any further than data is the raw. In fact, data is the raw. They say that when they say materials, I would sort of say the information. It's that information that has meaning to the process. That's not there. This is my old-fashioned definition coming out. But it's data is that piece of information that has meaning to the process. Just go back to my example. For if you don't tell a program whether this is an integer or a character, hey, what's going to happen? Well, we know in Python, whatever it was last time, it assumes it was that and use it. But every other one, more tightly typed, I might say, programming language, it would say, unknown, don't know, error, fixed. So, of course, data can be in different forms. It does not necessarily have to be text. It can be sound or etc. like that. And it can come from different sources like the keyboard, scanners, sensors, all those sort of things. Air pressure outside the aeroplane, how fast it's going up or is it going down, orientation, all those sorts of things are actually just data with sensors being transformed into something that a trained person can quickly recognise and understand. Put me in the policy. Please run for the door, guys. Have a clue how to fly. It's a highly professional task. Okay, so that sort of stuff will that's still data, So the human there is presenting that data in such a form that the human can instantly recognise. And there's a lot of psychometric type of effort, research gone into making these things as simple as they can, but getting all the information across, which is right in information system area of research, getting across. You don't want to be oversupplied with information. Who's ever watched, I'm going to this slide. Who's ever watched air crash investigation on the location? See it now and again? Yeah. Well, how many times in their reenactment of the scene do you see the person struggling with ECAMs or trying to figure out what the local computer's doing and another alarm starts? Who can think during that? They can't. So they just keep cancelling it. They keep cancelling it. They keep cancelling the noise. Now within that there's nothing wrong, but of course that system is not good. You're a minute from some horrible disaster, and here's this stupid buzzer going off while you're trying to solve a pre-existing, why did that motor stop? Let's restart. It's step one, turn that on, turn this on, crank her over, no, it didn't go. What step is it? And all the time there's going on. Tell me, who can work in that sort of environment? So, taking note of what people are. Yes, you've got to have a warning, but somehow or other, when there is that sort of concentration required under extreme duress, you can't just let that system say, well, Mr. Programmer, I provided the warning, it's your fault you crashed it. And every pilot has said those sorts of things. We just keep cancelling it until we solve that problem and move on to the next one. So, data, good, but I'm giving you concrete examples where sometimes it's not there. Okay. Information can also be used as a series of linked processes of data. So you capture the data input, data storage, you store it somewhere in a memory bank, you then use it some later time, process it, or process some of it way in, and then process later, and you give it meaning, and it may be useful in some decision-making thing. So, classification. In the past, IT managers divided system into categories based on the user group the system served. The user group that the system served. Office systems, e.g. editing email. Operational systems, resource scheduling, logic systems. Decision support systems. We used to call expert systems. Executive information systems, management tools, projection tools. You would probably call these things modelling there. Politicians do a lot of it. So they're always modelling these management tools and projection tools. Projection tools, modelling. What will the population do if you make this announcement, etc., etc. Decision support systems are very much that, support. They don't make the decision actually. If you let them do it, if you let them make the decisions, if you let them land the aeroplane by itself, that's a peculiar sort of instance, but it can fly at 38,000 feet, Most people who flew here from overseas, 99.99% of the way, the automatic pilot was in charge, wasn't it? I hope it was.